Good morning children and welcome to another session of English Grammar of class 5. Let us open up the book to page number 19. Okay. We were doing nouns, that is chapter number 5. We have completed common and proper nouns. We have completed these exercises and today we will start abstract nouns. So let us read. Imagine two situations. One, your favorite team wins and when your mother scolds you. Imagine two situations. You have to imagine two situations. The first situation, when your favorite team wins, and the second situation, when your mother scolds you. So there are two types of situations that you have to imagine. In the first situation, you experience happiness. When your favorite team wins, of course, you will feel happy. You will feel what? You will feel happy. And in the second situation, you experience sadness. In the second situation, when your mother scolds you, of course, you will feel sad. So there is an experience of sadness. Happiness and sadness are abstract nouns. Now these feelings, children, these are feelings, happiness and sadness. These are called emotions, or what are they called? They are called emotions or feelings. These types of emotions and feelings are called abstract nouns. They do not name any person, animal or thing. So all these words, happiness, sadness, these are emotions and feelings. They do not name any person or animal or thing. We cannot see or touch them, but only think of them or feel them, since they name feelings and ideas. So happiness and sadness are feelings. We cannot see them, we cannot touch them, or we cannot name them like a person, animal or thing. Okay, these are just feelings. Okay, and so they are called abstract nouns. What they are called? Abstract nouns. Similarly, we know what honesty and beauty mean. We know the meaning of honesty and beauty. These are qualities, no? Similarly, we know what honesty and beauty mean, but we cannot touch or see them. Can we touch it? Can we touch honesty? Can we touch beauty? Can we see them? No, they are qualities. We cannot touch or see them. They also come under abstract nouns. When we talk about innocence of a baby, we do not see the innocence. What we see is the baby, because innocence is a quality. When we talk about the innocence of a baby or a child, are we able to see we are not able to see or touch it, innocence. These are some qualities that we cannot touch, we cannot see. Okay, it can only be felt. Alright. What we see is the baby, because innocence is a quality. All these are quality, children. Honesty, beauty, innocence, these are qualities that is found in human beings. So we cannot touch them, we cannot feel them. It cannot be touched, it cannot be felt, and it cannot be smelt. Okay, we cannot touch it, we cannot see it, and we cannot smell it also. So these are abstract nouns. So let us look at the definition of it. An abstract noun is the name of some quality, feeling or idea. We can only think of or feel it, but can never touch or see it. Abstract noun is the name of some quality. I told you about regarding some qualities. Honesty, beauty, innocence, these are qualities. feeling. What type of feelings? Happiness, sadness, excitement, or idea. We can only think of or feel it. We can only feel it. Happiness can be felt, sadness can be felt. Okay, we can think of honesty, we can feel the beauty, we can think of innocence, but we can never touch or see it. And those type of names are called abstract nouns. Now, let us look here also. Abstract nouns are words that name ideas, feelings, and qualities. Examples: kindness, laughter, success, faith. These nouns, children, we cannot touch it, we cannot see it, can we? We cannot touch it, we cannot see it, we cannot smell it. It can only be, we can only feel it, we can only think of it. Okay, so that is why they are called abstract nouns. Abstract nouns cannot be seen, heard, touched, smelt, or taste. We cannot touch it, we cannot see it, we cannot smell it, and we cannot hear it. Okay, we can only think or feel about it. Okay, we can feel it or think about it. Okay, so I hope you have understood this part. Abstract nouns, they are not the name of any person, place, animal, or thing. They are just, what are they? They are feelings. Okay, they are feelings and ideas. An abstract noun is the name of some quality, feeling, or idea. We can only think of or feel it. We can only think of or feel it. We cannot touch or see it. So I hope you have understood what are abstract nouns. Now, let us try to understand it with some examples. Turn to the next page. Some more examples of abstract nouns are given here. The baby cried in pain. The baby cried in pain. This word given in bold is called an abstract noun. Why? Because this is a feeling, na? This is a feeling. It cannot be touched. It cannot be. We cannot touch it. We cannot see it. We cannot hear it or smell it. We can only feel it. Next, fear of animals kept Sonali away from the zoo. Now, fear is also a feeling. Okay, all these are feeling. The words that means that has the meaning of feeling, or that that makes us think, these words are called abstract nouns. Tell me the truth. Okay, truth, we can think of truth. Okay, we cannot name it. It is just a feeling. Pain is a feeling, fear is a feeling. Now truth is just a concept. You can say it is a concept or an idea. Okay, truth is an idea. We cannot touch it, we cannot see it, we cannot feel it, we cannot smell it also. So again, move to this one, the definition that says it is the name of some quality, feeling, or idea. We can think of or feel it, but we can never touch or see it. So that you have to remember. Okay, now I told you that pain is a feeling, fear is a feeling, and truth is an idea. Okay, all these things we cannot touch it, we cannot feel it, we cannot smell it, or we cannot hear it. So that is why they are called abstract nouns. Remember, abstract nouns are usually used in the singular form. Now, abstract nouns are usually or mostly used in singular form. For examples, memories, pleasures, experiences. Okay, these are not examples, these are exceptions. Abstract nouns are usually or mostly used in the singular form. Now these are exceptions, children. Memories, pleasures, experiences. Okay, these are some exceptions. Okay, these are some words that do not follow this rule. Memories, pleasures, and experiences, they can be written in plural form also. These are plurals, na? The plural of, this is the plural of the word memory, and this is the plural of the word pleasure, and this is the plural of the word experience. Okay, so here these words can form their plural form. These words can take their plural form, but mostly abstract nouns, they do not take, they are usually in singular form. They do not take plural forms. Okay, these are some abstract nouns. These are also abstract nouns, memory, pleasure, experience, but they take the form of plural. Okay, I hope you've understood this. If you have any confusion here, please let me know and please ask. Okay, I'll help you out. Now let us try to do some exercises, okay, and then it will be more clear. Underline the abstract nouns in the following sentences. Honesty is a great quality. We have to underline the abstract nouns. Honesty. Honesty is a quality. We cannot touch it, see it or feel it. So this is an abstract noun. My mother gave me some necessary advice. Now advice, we cannot hear it, we cannot see it, touch it. So this is an abstract noun, underline it. My grandfather always believed in truth. Now truth is an idea or a concept, I told you. We cannot see or touch it, feel it. Okay, we cannot see or touch it. Okay, so that is why this is an abstract noun. His bravery won him many awards. Now here bravery, can you see or touch bravery? Can you feel it? Can you smell it? No, this is an abstract noun. Okay, this is a quality. I have experience of traveling to distant places. I told you na, experience is also an abstract noun, but it can take a plural form also. So this is also an abstract noun. You should read good books to gain knowledge. You should read good books to gain knowledge. Now read is also an abstract noun and knowledge is also an abstract noun, because these words, these are called abstract nouns because we cannot see it, we cannot touch it or feel it. It was pleasure meeting you. Pleasure is also an abstract noun. She could hardly speak because of fear. Fear is also a feeling, I told you here. So this is an abstract noun. Rajiv shared some sweet memories of his childhood with me. Memories, again an abstract noun. Childhood, again an abstract noun. We cannot see these words, we cannot touch these words, we cannot smell it, we cannot hear it. Okay, these are called abstract. Okay, these are just words that cannot be named, like a person, place, animal or thing. Everyone knows about her kindness towards dogs. Now kindness is another quality, so this is an abstract noun. So I hope you have understood this exercise. Okay, we had to underline the abstract nouns in the following sentences, and we have done that. Okay, now let us look at the next exercise. Write the quality that these people have. A sincere person has the quality of sincerity. An honest man has the quality of honesty. Honesty. A happy child, it shows the quality of happiness. Happiness, Happiness. An angry boss. Okay, an angry boss has this quality of anger. Anger, Anger, is showing this feeling of anger. A brave soldier. Now bravery is another quality. Bravery. A proud lady has this thing called pride in her. Pride. A kind man has the quality of kindness. Kindness. A beautiful princess has the quality of beauty. Beauty. Okay, this is very simple. Alright, I hope you have understood. Now let us move to the next exercise. Find the opposite of these abstract nouns in the word grid. We have to find the opposite of these words given here from this grid. Sorrow. What is the opposite of the word sorrow? Sorrow means sadness. Happiness is the opposite. So happiness is given here. You can see it. Cowardice. Cowardice, it is a kind of feeling that we have. Now, cowardice, it is a quality. It's not a good quality. Cowardice, being a coward is not a good quality. Okay. And what is the opposite of coward? Courage. Okay. Courage. Someone who is fearless. Someone who has courage. Coward is a person who has fear. Okay. Now next, ugliness. What is the opposite of ugliness? Opposite of ugliness is beauty, given here. Opposite of truth is very simple, lie. Okay. Hatred. Opposite of hatred is love. Simple, it is given here. Opposite of foolishness is wisdom. It is given here. Wisdom is kind of knowledge, inner knowledge. Pleasure. The opposite of pleasure is, what is it? What is the opposite of pleasure? What can it be? Think about it. Alright, I have left this for you. So there are 8. 1. Dishonesty. The opposite of dishonesty is honesty. Honesty. So you can see that there were 8 words, out of which I have given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, one more word is there. Opposite of pleasure. Find it out. I have circled it somewhere. Okay. It is here. Pain. Opposite of pleasure is pain. So all are done. Okay. If you have any problem, please ask me. I'll repeat it for you. Okay. Now let us move to the next exercise. Form nouns by adding DOM, ITY, MENT, THY, NESS or TY to the words given below. So in all these words we have to add any of this: dumb, DOM, ITY, MENT, THY, NESS or TY to make it, to bring the quality of it. Okay. For example, sweet. Which letters we will add? Ness. Sweetness. Real plus ITY becomes reality. Reality is okay. This is the word reality. Real becomes reality by adding ITY. Equal, again we have to add ITY. Equality. Treat, treaty. Sorry. Honest, honesty. Only we have added Y here. Treat, let us look at this word once again. Treat will become treaty. We have added only Y. Free, freedom. We will add this letters DOM and it will become freedom. Formal, formality. Formality. Again ITY we have added to make it this word, you know. Foolish, foolishness. All these are qualities. Okay. Foolish becomes foolishness by adding NESS. Grow becomes growth by adding TH. Cruel becomes cruelty by adding TY. Okay. Sweet, sweetness. Free, freedom. Real, reality. Formal, formality. Equal, equality. Foolish, foolishness. Treat, treaty. Grow, growth. Honest, honesty. Cruel, cruelty. Now you have understood this one. I have done it for you. Okay. Now let us move to the next exercise. Fill in the blanks with abstract nouns formed above. So we have to fill these blanks with the help of these words that is given, that we have just made, we have just formed. Under Dr. Sharma's treatment, which word we have used? Treatment. Okay. Under Dr. Sharma's treatment, my mother is now recovering from her illness. So treatment is an abstract noun. Okay. We have used this abstract noun treatment here. I can comment on the sweetness of the juice after I taste it. So we have taken this word from here. I can comment on the sweetness. So juice is always sweet, na? So the quality of the juice is sweetness. So we have taken this sweetness from here. Next, in our country there is equality. We have taken this equality from here. Equality between the rich and the poor. We can see the equality between the rich and the poor. So this word, this quality, we have taken from here. Next, the king showed his foolishness by allowing the thief to escape. We have taken this word foolishness from here. The king showed his foolishness. Why he is called foolish? Because he allowed the thief to escape, to go from his, from his area, to just escape. So it is called foolishness. He has allowed his thief to run away. Okay. The woodcutter's honesty impressed the fairy. So we have taken this honesty, this quality from here. Okay. The woodcutter was honesty impressed the fairy. The fairy was impressed by this quality of woodcutter. He fought against cruelty towards animals. He fought against cruelty. Cruelty we have taken from here. Cruelty, we can, we see a lot of cruelty towards animals, which is not good. So this sentence shows this, he fought against cruelty towards animals. So this sentence we can see that someone fought against the cruelty towards animals, injustice done to the animals. We fought for our freedom. So freedom, we have taken this word from here. We fought for our freedom. So freedom, I hope you understand this word, becoming free. Okay, India became free under the guidance of Mahatma Gandhi. The plants show slow growth in winter. So we have taken this growth word from here. Okay, the growth is associated with plants. So I hope you have understood this one. Alright. The first one, treatment. We did not take treatment word from here because it was not given here. We have applied this word from our own sense, because doctors usually treat the patient. So we have used this word, this abstract noun. Okay, so here it ends. We have completed the abstract noun, and in the next class we will begin collective nouns. So what you have to do, children, you have to write these answers, these exercises in your English 1 classwork copy and learn it. Okay, and if you face any difficulty, please ask. Alright, all the answers will be given in the dashboard. Okay, it will be given in the dashboard. You can access it and write all the answers. Alright, so till we meet in the next class, you keep learning and stay safe. Thank you.